Hey there guys, how you doing? I'm Alec. Let me make sure we have everything lined up the way it's supposed to be. I think so. Okay. As you can see here, I have a little masterpiece boost going. That was to finish my op hit and obligation in this task force for the day. That aside, I still have a couple hours of boost left, so I decided to load up warriors. This is the account that lives in the pusher task force, so you see the VP numbers up there, 1800, 1700, 1600, yeah, those guys. A couple of days ago, we had, oh, that's interesting, cool, classy. A couple of days ago, I got some practice in on one of these ice bases. I want to say it was like 6 ice, but they weren't all boosted, so it was like 6-3 or 6-2 or whatever. That was fun. We had the temporary gunboat ability Crystal Shield going at the time, which is really helpful with warriors. I made fun of it, but it actually is really helpful with warriors, so that made that very interesting, and I was able to do that without any boost because we have a gunboat tribe going on. I am always a huge fan of the gunboat tribes for warriors. Gunboat energy is what warriors need to do everything, and they're really powerful, but not without the gunboat energy to get them where they need to be and to do the things that they need to do. The last time we had a 50% gunboat tribe like that, I beat global number 1 without any boost. Global number 1 is not here anymore. The Chinese guys left this task force. But we do have, let's see, there's a challenge there. Wow, and it continues up there, cool. A lot of smack talking happening here. It looks like that's the only one up right now, so I figured we would hit this challenge. I checked it out earlier. Looked pretty doable, and we're going to try to do this with just the masterpiece boost going. And see if we can't do this a couple times and pull out a win against this guy. First blush, pretty standard base for one of these guys. 6 ice boosted, a lot of building health. That's 5 building health, so we probably should check this. That's going to be 2 swings regardless for the warriors. And the headquarters is 520,000 by itself. 2 things to note here. 3 things actually. First, I cannot find this guy's shock mines. I'm pretty sure they're not on my path here. I scouted this earlier, like I said. I don't see them. However, I know they must be somewhere, but I don't think they're going to matter to me. One thing to note, another thing to note back here, with this shock launcher placement, since we're going to be coming from behind the headquarters after we kill that shield generator, bullet will stand to one side or the other of this blaster, and depending on which side he stands on, he will taunt one shock launcher, but not the other. So we're going to have to pay attention to that. I believe I'm going to try to engineer it so that he will land on the left-hand side of the shock launcher, and we'll talk about how to do that in a second. Shock launcher, blaster. He'll land on the left-hand side of the blaster, which means he should taunt this shock launcher. Won't have to worry about it, and that'll leave us with 2 shocks. Here, machine gun to shock launcher, and then over here, machine gun to blaster. And the last thing is, his mines look like they're not very... his mines don't look very dangerous, but he does have some nasty hidden mines in there. So we're going to clear those, and I'm going to clear one of these boom mines at the shore. And the other one I'm going to try to clear, and this is how we're going to get Bullet to land where I want him, on the left side of the blaster. I'm going to try to clear this one by putting Bullet over here. Let him get ahead a little bit, and hopefully he will tank that on his way. He did not. Walked right by it. Cool, but I bet the warriors get it. So far, so good. Wow, that is... I mean, it's not a huge deal if we lose a couple to... There, as we're running away, it popped off. And I found a shock mine somewhere in there. So, I'm going to smoke a little bit more carefully here then. And I'm going to delay these last smokes to hopefully allow the warriors and Bullet to catch up. Doesn't look like we're going to need a medkit back here, but we will want taunt. But you wait on taunt until Bullet gets back there so he doesn't pop out of smoke. Because if he pops out of smoke, he'll taunt immediately. Looking pretty good on the troop totals there. Flared straight to the headquarters to save some GBE. Early medkit. Let's see if we can nail these shocks. 1 and 2. Hopefully. Another medkit. As soon as taunt comes available, because that blaster is on Bullet, we're going to taunt one more time. And so that was a bit more than 10 seconds there because we lost both of those shocks. But even with only the Masterpiece boost going and all of that building health, what's that? 5 of his 6 ice are building health. Still able to do that pretty handily. And obviously that could be refined upon because, well, I mean, there were a couple things that came up. We'll come back to that boom mine in a second. Where was that shock mine? Oh, that's what he did with them. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing, but we'll barrage a little bit lower down. So we'll just concede that we're going to tank a couple of those mines along the way there. Try this again. Maybe put Bullet a tiny bit further out this time. Nope, still takes that turn and just walks right by it, which is not ideal. And hopefully, did Bullet end up getting the boom mine? I'd have to go back and look at that. I couldn't really pay attention that direction. I was focused back here, but nope, boom mine didn't go this time. Going to still want to not use the medkit here, so what I'm going to do is this. As soon as they start swinging up, I would throw the next smoke. Okay, get everybody healed up. Get onto the headquarters. 2 shocks again. Another medkit. As soon as taunt becomes available, one more time because of the blaster. It never actually happened. That blaster back there is keeping him from being able to taunt, so Bullet is just sort of locked up in that situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his 6 ice are building health. That was much better. 11 warriors lost on that. Cool. Let's do it again. I haven't had a chance to do this in a while. The circumstances for doing this haven't been right. Plus, I have been super busy, so I'm going to enjoy this. I've got a meeting coming up. I was supposed to have the day off, and I was going to piss off and go hiking, but instead, I got called into a work meeting last minute, so I have to go do that shortly. And need to walk the dogs before that happens. Still not getting the boom mine. God, I hate that thing. If you get Bullet to land the right way, he should walk. He'll take the turn to go towards the nearest defense, and he should walk into that boom mine, but it's just not coming off for me. And that must have been a bad barrage because we didn't get one of the shock mines down there. Oh well. Again, we'll just try to compensate by holding off on those smokes back here so that these guys have a chance to catch up. Bullet, again, once he gets into that second to last smoke, we can press taunt, but not before. A lot of GBE here. Looks good, but you never know. Soon as they lift their hammers to start to swing, yeah, looking really good there. So I'm just going to go to the HQ and get everybody in position this time. Taunt. And 2 shocks. Another medkit. Again, taunt if it becomes possible, or if it becomes... it does not. I mean, I could do this all day. If you're coming here for the first time, hi, this is my thing, this is what I do. If you're not here for the first time, then you know how much I love my warriors. 9 warriors, so that was 1 boat. 6 ice, 5 building damage. Lost 1 boat of warriors on that attack with a Masterpiece boost. I wish I had all day to sit and do this, but I do not. What are we at for time? 10 minutes. We're going to do one more of these and then probably call it a video. Where'd he go? Get back here. Arabic Squiggles. I have no idea what that person's name is. This is a 50-man task force. We do massive attack every day, but a lot of these guys are pushers. So unboosted attacks or hack attacks and things like that. So we have a lot of people here, and I just can't keep up with chat. And honestly, other than a few people, you know, like the officers who run the task force, I don't even know who's here. So I have no idea who this is I'm attacking. What is his VP even? Let's find out. So, Arabic Squiggles, where are you? So he's at 1449. That would be this fellow, yeah. Don't know where he is in his push because I have no idea. I don't get the chance to talk to most of these people because there's just too many to have a conversation and chat. I haven't been in a 50-man in years, really. Well, no, that's not true. I did spend a little bit of time in a DX task force. Hate DX. Never ever wanted. Just could not stand the entire operation. The hits were just not pleasant to me. So I wasn't a 50-man for that. But before, I mean, I've been in I'm in 125-man task force, and that's large for me. I'm used to like 5s and 10s because that's what I've been doing for several years now. So 50-man task force, the chat just moves far too quickly for me. Too many people talking. Now we'll see if we got the shock lines this time. Obviously it's not a huge concern because, you know, sometimes a couple of these attacks we've tanked them. Again, a lot of GBE, love it. A couple of the attacks we haven't tanked them and it really hasn't made a difference, but, you know, the principle of the thing. So, soon as they start to move back here, those hammers go up. And that's when we throw the re-smoke, get everybody onto the core headquarters. Core is ops. Now Bullet, you'll notice Bullet is falling consistently into that same spot, which is great. Five 1,000. I'm going to taunt a little bit early because the blaster's going to get Bullet there, and he's locked up again. You see how the taunt button gets grayed out. Those troop losses look pretty decent too. Probably not as good as the last time, but still, we'll take it. I mean, a win's a win. 12. Not bad. Again, I mean, this is a beastly ice base. So, wish I could do this all day long. Cannot. So I'm going to sign off. But with GBE Tribe, this is the kind of thing you can do with your warriors. And again, that's a masterpiece boost. And this account only has 3 damage to begin with because I keep the troop health for the warriors. So, and it's not even it's I want to say it's not difficult. It's not a challenge. If you know what you're doing, it's not a challenge. Obviously, it takes a certain skill level to get to that point, but I mean, just completely overpowering these ice bases with a masterpiece boost. I just think that's an amazing thing. But anyway, like the video, thumbs up, all that stuff. I gotta go walk the dogs. I'll catch you guys later. Take care.